All right, hopefully we're on with sound and everything. Welcome to the January 13th, 2025 Select Board meeting for the town of Parsonsfield. We have our 3 Select Board members and our town clerk. And first item on our agenda is the town clerk's report.
Okay. I just have a very short update here. The town office will be closed Monday, January 20th for Martin Luther King Day. There will be a select board meeting or anything that day, so we will have a big warrant because everything's included that we got today. So main PERS meeting is scheduled at 9 a.m. tomorrow to get started on setting up the retirement plans for the employees, and it will hopefully be effective February 1st. The 2022 real estate tax foreclosures have been run. We have a list right now of 17 accounts. We are preparing the 45-day notice reminders, and those will get mailed out on January 21st. So if you haven't paid your 2022 taxes, you will get a reminder notice. Other than that, the tax payment updates are below. Our little to-do list is below that, and that's really all I have.
All right.
Can I comment on the cemetery fund management?
Yeah.
The folks that are working on the Elijah Fox Fund and the Elijah Piper Fund, especially the Piper Fund, there is supposed to be money set aside to maintain that cemetery, and they had a request to just put out anybody that would like to volunteer to be on a cemetery cleanup committee, anybody that would like to maybe once or twice in the spring or summer volunteer to clean up and keep grass cut down and brush cut down on any of the cemeteries, let us know. Let us know. Call the town office or let one of us know so we can start something. Start now and maybe we'll find 1 or 2 people.
Did you ever get a list of Elijah Fox to do from where we're at? And
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, not yet. Yeah, they're diligently working on it, but
And I just wanted to ask, I think I asked this last week, are we supposed to publish the alternate opening for planning board?
Yeah. Well, it's a planning board member. It's not an alternate.
Oh, it is a member.
Yes.
I think they're going to discuss it on Wednesday according to the agenda, so.
Okay, I just wanted to get it out there sooner than later if that's what they needed. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so an actual member, okay. Got it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Okay, let's see, back to our agenda here. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, everybody's looked through the agenda for today. Happy with it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the minutes from last Monday. Everybody go through those?
Yep.
Okay, it turns out we didn't sign the minutes last week for the December 23rd meeting, which I have in front of me. So we will be signing both that one and the one from last week. We discussed it and we verbally approved it. And I'm going to change that to 113. Okay, I'm going to continue while they're doing that because there's nothing that I'm going to talk about that they don't already know. The warrant for this week totals $263,779 and change. It's a big one because we have the school budget payment, which is $176,844. We have the monthly trash and recycling payment to Mellon and Son. And we are paying for the paving and sealing of, for the paving of Keyser Mountain Road, which is $28,825, along with the usual things. So, initial sign.
I talked to Shaw Brothers, and there's actually 2 invoices. We've already paid for Keys Mountain Road paving, and this was another one for the Elm Street.
This is the Elm, so this is just.
Okay, I wondered about that. I
Yeah.
knew we'd paid one, so,
Yep.
okay. Yep.
Okay. I don't think there were any ads in this office. So nothing there.
There's a bill for something. selling
We
that.
got reports finally from Department of Public Safety. They are dispatch people for October, November, and December of last year. Let's see here. Yeah, I had them up and I lost them. Find them. All right. Did I forward those to you guys?
No, you didn't.
Oh, Debbie did though. She sent it to all of us.
What's her group, is that, you know, was that last week?
Which one?
The Department of Safety reports.
I think it may have been last week.
Might have been
Okay.
last week, yeah, because I didn't see it today, yeah.
Let's see here. Well, I apologize. I'm not finding them, folks. I'll find them at the end of the meeting, just to give you a recap. Okay, and, okay, on to our discussion items. Plowing concerns. This is a continuation of what we went through last week. Jen, I think you were gonna contact our dispatch.
I did.
And get me on the list.
Dispatch sends out calls. The Sanford call center
Yeah.
no longer covers Parsonsfield.
Okay.
Okay, so there's no texting from them. I know Danielle gets them, but I think it's from a long time ago. They still have her listed.
Okay.
They send it all off to, Northern York County now goes to our, non-emergency number for state police.
Okay.
And I gave them both Bill Toby's and Mark Fisher's number again, and told them take Maya off, because
Okay.
he shouldn't be getting those calls.
Yeah. And am I gonna get something or no?
Well, you would get a call if you wanted it. I didn't put you on the call list. I thought you wanted a text if possible.
Yeah, they won't text
No.
anything?
Mm-mm.
No, okay.
Yeah.
All right, let me think about that one.
Yeah.
Again, continuing from last week, Danielle brought up what sort of, when there's an issue, what kind of recourse do we have? And, we kind of looked at each other and said, well, not much. Something we need to consider for our next contract. This is the second year of a 3-year contract. Basically, aside from canceling a contract, about all we can do is tell people that they're not doing their job and try and motivate them. So,
Should we set up some time, like monthly, to invite them in to kind of go over how things are going, what we're hearing? Like, would there be benefit? Not obviously not in the summertime, but like a December, January, February, March, like those months. Excuse me, those months. Just have them come in. Say first Monday, come in either during the meeting or during the workshop. We can talk to them about some of the complaints we've heard, some of the things we've heard, level set with them.
yeah, possibly. My only comment there is that we probably want to react quicker than that would allow to.
Yeah, we can certainly change that frequency and, have it be bi-weekly or whatever, but, we can, I'm just thinking like, I've only met them once. They came in before the season started. It may be beneficial to all of us to have them come in a couple times a month, every other week, just to kind of go over, and it may be just 5 minutes, like, hey, we didn't have a lot of complaints this week, we're not hearing a lot, or it may be a longer meeting where, we're hearing that, you're not using the right equipment, this isn't being followed, kind of address some of those concerns, and kind of puts them in front of us, more frequently than an email that can be easily ignored.
I guess what I might recommend is something along those lines, but say that if we haven't had any issues, we can say to one or both of them that they don't need to come in. Because
Yeah.
I don't think we need to get them in here if there's nothing to talk about.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yep.
They've always responded to my texts. Whenever
Uh-huh.
I've sent them out a text and we've had complaints, they've always responded to them.
Yep.
And did I mention that Bill did send us his equipment list?
Yeah.
Yes.
we had a
Okay,
meeting
yeah,
last week.
so he,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Go ahead.
But I just had a thought, you know how the news channels kind of have like their contacts, like how much snow did you get in front of your house, when they call in and
Yeah,
kind of like
we were
report
talking
so they have a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Is there any way maybe we could put it out there to get volunteers, like, so-and-so over in East Parsonsfield, so-and-so north, south, different kind of roads like South Road, and just all over, whoever wants to participate, hey, we're just trying to get some sort of feel of the plow contractor response. Could you just kind of report to us when we do have some weather, what kind of response? Were they right on it? Were they a little late? Were they the next day? Did it get treated at all? Or
Mhm.
were they great? Just in kind of like almost email us or get some input back to us somehow.
Can we use TextMyGov for that?
We could. Yeah.
I mean, that would seem a perfect use to me.
Right.
Yep.
If they,
Instead of like, wait for complaints, have the people report back,
Yeah.
hey, they were great, good job, or
right,
geez, this was really late. It wasn't until the next day my place got sanded,
Yeah.
I had a hard time.
yeah,
And go
Yeah.
that route maybe?
Yeah, it's worth a try. I mean, I don't want to be pessimistic, but you're always going to get the people who are upset for some reason,
Yep.
which is fine. I mean, we need to hear from them.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So how would we publicize that? Just something on the website, or?
We could do a Facebook post and a short little blurb on our website. We could do a TextMyGov. We have actually
that's right,
like
yeah.
68 people that have signed up for Parsonsfield alerts. That doesn't
Uh-huh.
include the community center
Yep.
alerts. So I could put a TextMyGov out there to see who's interested.
Yeah.
What road are you on? We could have like a short little list on who's covered.
yeah.
Um,
I've got Elm Street,
Right.
you're over there.
I'm over on the edge
Right.
there.
Yeah.
and we heard the explanation that you're always last on the list, so
Yeah,
that's
I
not,
mean,
it's not
it's-
helpful.
Yeah, yeah. So, we can just kind of gauge,
Yep.
where it's at and
Yeah.
what's needed maybe,
Yep.
see what happens.
Yeah. And you can get reports then
Yep,
from TextMyGov.
can.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And is that easy enough that we could, if we ever have a snowy winter again,
Right.
that we could get those weekly?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And we can also incorporate if they're like, I'm really not comfortable with TextMyGov, I prefer email, fine, we'll incorporate your,
yeah,
however
yeah.
you
Sure.
are comfortable providing input.
Sure.
I guess. So,
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Good.
We'll put that out there.
Good. Okay. So let's see. Okay, good. I think that addresses then the concerns about plowing. We still don't have much recourse, but we have at least a way of tracking things. Okay, I left Trio on the list. This is Trio Web. I should have put that there. I did call and leave a message for our implementation person first thing this morning. He had called last week when I wasn't here, and I did not hear back from him, so I'll send him an email, because otherwise he'll probably, I didn't say I wasn't in except Monday, so I will email him and tell him I need to get in touch with him on Monday, except this coming Monday. I will reiterate, nothing is happening on Monday. There's no morning coffee.
Exactly.
The clerk's office, select board office, town office is closed now. Okay, we have an abutter that wants to purchase a portion of our what was a portion of our 1954A. Excuse me, our 1954. Debbie found reference to an R1954A that the town foreclosed on back in 1999. I don't believe that's the lot that this is referring to. It's very difficult to follow. But I looked at our tax maps prior to 1999, and there is no designation for this portion of that lot. Somehow, this person's surveyor found a reference, and my guess is he found the same reference or related to what Debbie found, which is another portion of what used to be our 1954. So, that being said, it's not on our tax maps. We don't have any reference to it anywhere. What I would like to do, just to satisfy this person, is to issue a quitclaim deed from the town. Basically, just so you know, a quitclaim deed just releases any interest that the town has in this lot. It does not release anybody else's interest in case somebody else does have an interest. And we just give him this piece of basically wetland. Now, if you want to sell it to him, we can do that.
I'm still not exactly sure if we know exactly what piece of land that we're talking about.
Well, we know what piece of land he's talking about on a map.
Uh-huh.
It has no designation in our records. It doesn't exist as a separate lot in our records.
Huh.
That's the issue.
Sounds bizarre.
So in our tax maps, it's like a whole? There's just...
No, it's part of the lot that this guy owns. It's not a separate lot.
Okay.
It's part of the lot that he owns already.
Yes. But his surveyor is saying he doesn't own this piece of it.
Oh.
But like I said, I'm guessing that his surveyor found similar references to what Debbie found and assumed that that 54A was that lot. I mean, we have nothing that says we own that. It doesn't show up in our records. It doesn't show up on our tax maps.
And 54A is not, what we have now is nowhere near his property.
Right. Right. So, here's another thought. We can take it a step further. We're going to be talking to our attorney and maybe just ask him about whether this is appropriate.
Okay.
Okay?
Because if we say R1954A...
No, we won't say that.
Okay, good. Because I was going to say 54A is somewhere
Yeah,
else.
We
Okay.
won't say that because that's not
Right.
what it is.
That's not what it is.
Right.
It's not what it is.
It's not what some people thought it was.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so we will talk to our attorney about that and make a final decision, I guess, probably in 2 weeks. Okay.
Any way to get the surveyor's report so maybe it's more clear to us what exactly... Did he bring that in when he came in?
He sent us some stuff.
Okay.
Maybe he just sent that to me. I'm not sure.
I think so. I didn't see
I'll
it. Did you?
forward it.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's all right. I'm happy to let you handle that.
Exactly.
Okay. Our sewage pump failure, which also was on last week's agenda. We got 2 quotes, and I don't know if you recall, but we agreed last week to give the job to Anderson Septic, a local company. Brent Anderson, I apologize, I get the generations mixed up. Brent emailed me and said he has ordered the pump and will let us know when it comes in. And that's that. Okay, and again, I left the Google email hosting on there because I'm still getting notices. Oh, it's down to 93%. I must have deleted some things. Oh, probably they run out.
Yeah.
Yeah, my junk and
Yeah, they hit
Deleted.
the archive end
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been emailing with Chris Amborn trying to get an answer to some of the questions that we had. I have not heard back from him since I emailed him on Thursday.
Okay.
I know he said that he was kind of out of pocket because he was doing a full reset in some other town that he covers.
Okay.
So he's fully going in and resetting all their stuff. So
Yeah.
he said he was not going to be able, because I tried to meet with him on Thursday. So
Uh-huh.
I'm going to try to set up time with him just to kind of walk through. I did get, I looked at kind of the two big options. Google Workspace, it's around $14.40 per user. The biggest concern, obviously, is that it's not compatible with the Microsoft Suite.
Oh, it is not?
Right. So that's
Okay.
kind of a non-starter for what we had. But Microsoft 365 has a business standard plan. It's an annual subscription. It's $12.50 a user, so it's actually cheaper. You get desktop versions of Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and Teams. And then they have different levels of storage. You get 50 gigabyte mailbox, messages up to 150 megabytes, and then you get a terabyte of cloud storage per user.
And that's $12.50
$12.50 per user
per,
per annual.
okay.
And, we don't have that now, huh? We don't have the Microsoft 365?
What did you set up?
I don't.
I thought we
Chris
did.
said
was
he
that-
does not do anything with our email, so I don't know. I've got to kind of understand what we have, and that's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to get
yeah.
an
Because I remember him
idea.
saying we
Yeah,
had a
I thought the
terabyte
new
of...
computers
Yeah.
Yeah.
have the
These
365.
have, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we also pay GoDaddy for the email hosting.
We do, and
We
that's,
do.
Yeah.
that's our legacy system. and
Right. So I got to
Roll
figure
it.
out what
But,
we can get away with, what we need
yeah,
going forward. So, yeah. But from what I understand, that this would kind of resolve the issue that we have. This would be significantly cheaper, but
yeah.
I want to make sure I'm understanding it
Right,
correctly.
right, yeah.
So-
Danielle, is it worth putting out on the clerk's site? Are you on the
Yeah.
clerk's
Yeah.
listserv, and asking what people use for email?
Yeah.
And how they archive or how they save?
Yeah.
You know, just some general questions. We might get a little more insight.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so that one's ongoing. 365, okay. That's it for our discussion items, and Jen, any updates?
Well, we have our free food drive Thursday, 3 o'clock in the gym. Next week is the community cafe. Workshop items, you want to mention, you can mention David, right? David Losby. We have an emergency action plan, pretty basic form for us to just read through and initial. It's part of emergency management for the town. It's not a requirement because we have less than 10 people in the office, but it's just my start of putting together emergency management plans for the town. So if we want to do that,
Yeah,
I think we've all had a chance to read. Did you read through it?
I did.
Okay.
where is
I
that?
might have left it with you guys. It might be in the,
Do you want me to go get it?
if you want, sure,
I didn't
yeah.
know it was in a copy, sorry.
Yeah. Well, I can print out another copy. Yeah,
No need.
okay. Exactly. Less paper. And, you know, for as much as we do all day long, I feel like, okay, that's it. I think I'm done with it.
All right,
That's all she wrote.
very good. Aaron?
Yeah, so 3 updates from me. One, Sacopee Valley Rec Council and the cheering. I got the COI from the Rec Council, so naming
Good.
us and the $1 million that we
Okay.
talked about. Cheering would be Tuesday nights starting 1:28 going through 3:11.
Okay, I'm gonna just write it down.
And then I, on Thursday, spent a little time shamelessly borrowing from other towns and came up with sort of a 2-page facility use agreement. I'm gonna have you guys take a look at it, see if you've got any feedback, changes. But I think it would be beneficial, it's a list of rules and then just signing that, you agree to follow the rules or use is gonna be cut off.
Right, okay.
But it's sort of a kind of a basic little 2-page document, so I will forward that over for you guys to take a look at. We can vote on it next meeting. Additionally, the Old Town Hall on Thursday, meeting with Lynn and Paul from Pleasantville Heating to take a look at the old furnace that's hanging from the ceiling in there. It's hanging right above the dais there. It doesn't really work, and so it hasn't worked for a long, long time. And so looking to see about getting that removed. Also gonna have him take a look and see about heating options, kind of what we have, what could potentially have there, and take us, not gonna make any commitments or anything like that, but see if it's something that maybe we can start looking into historical grants or something like that to sort of make that building something that we might be able to use. So gonna meet with them on Thursday.
Can I ask, would you take a look at the wall heater that's in there?
Yeah. I'm having to take a look at both of them. Yeah, because that's apparently the newer of the two.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think that's what Linda told me.
Yeah, that always worked when we had voting over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's certainly, we'll take a look at that old one and then see what remove the. I think it's 3 months ago. I think it was ductwork and a furnace. I think that's hanging there.
Yeah, it's an oil-fired furnace.
Yes.
Yep.
So going to do that 12:30. So if either of you want to join, feel free. And then lastly, just started to throw around the idea of looking into town events, just some more things that we can get involved with, whether it's like recreation committee taking it over, but thinking things like a pancake breakfast with Santa, or like a family fun day where we have arts and crafts and games and things like that, or we can, sort of a springtime, something like that. So in the super early stages, but I think as we kind of move forward, those are some things I really think that I would like to see us start doing. I think that there's definitely some opportunity for those.
Okay.
That's good. Did the cheering group have specifics about when they would, when they need to come in?
What times? 'Cause
It was,
dates.
let's see, she did 5:15 to 6:15 is when they're practicing, so it'd be like a 5 to 6:30
Okay,
kind of opening.
Okay,
Is
so
what they were hoping for.
okay.
Yeah. And then, we'll figure out who's able to do it. We can
I'll
talk
plan
about
on
it
that
next meeting.
Tuesday,
Okay.
28th, and we'll go from there.
Yep.
Yep,
That'll work. And I'll let Katie know.
okay.
All right. Is that 3?
That's my 3.
All right. Good man. Let's see. We met with David Lonsby, our deputy ACO, in the workshop today, and discussed his pay, which is significantly less than other towns. He's been good to us, frankly, covering without he is the only one. We don't have a formal ACO. So I think we need to discuss the possibility of appointing him ACO. We got absolutely no interest when we advertised the position. We need to discuss that. I don't know if you want to discuss anything now, or I told him we get back to him in 2 weeks, or within 2 weeks, and we don't have a meeting next week. So if you want to just think about it, we can talk about it at the workshop on the 27th.
Let's do that.
Yeah. That'll work.
Okay, good. I believe that's all I have. Let me just take a quick look here. Yep, that's all I have. So, barring anything else, we look for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All right. We are adjourned. Thank you for joining us, folks.